Yeah. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna play this fun little video for you. Yep. There we go. No, I'm just gonna leave that there for everybody to judge. But, hello everybody. It's Bullseye, and I'm sure you all had a great Thanksgiving. I'm sure of it because I'm positive, man. But either way, yep, Thanksgiving is almost up, and I was like, yeah, can go live. Why not? Hey, what is up, Minnesota Vikings fan? Hope you're having a wonderful day. That's just a hopeful, wishful thinking. I talk to myself. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure probably. I'm just, I'm scrambled right now in the head. Like I already wrote everything down, and I'm just scrambled, just thinking. Yeah, I already thought about everything I wanted to say, so this description is as always, we'll talk about a few things. Political stuff. Yeah. Some Oklahoma and Massachusetts, because I saw a tweet. Something about that. Because why not? Apparently people were decided to make comparisons to Oklahoma to Massachusetts. Because of course, why not? Other than that, there's also this Chip and Science Act that was written back in 2022. That was 2 years ago. I'm not sure what exact date, but believe it was around November. But other than that, focusing on right now. Um, what was else? I mean, there was the Menendez brothers. I didn't include in the descriptions. I decided to do some reading about that because just to get a basic understanding of what's going on with that. So basically, all that good stuff. What are you talking? Like like a day or two ago, I was talking about like crappy guy and shit. Even before that, I talked about Nazis and shit. So like everything just comes together when you're throwing stuff. So yeah. Anyway, hold on. Sorry for the long wait. Yeah, for the long wait. I didn't realize I'd still be talking to family. Um, mm, but we're ready now. Man, I should have put on music. Yeah, I would have put on music. I should have put on music. Yeah, this is like 6 minutes of fuckery. Yeah. I don't like the background so much. I really don't like the background so much because there's like a lot of noise and shit. I wanted to go live yesterday, but I couldn't. But I'm stalling. And this is boring. Mm, well, there we go. Gotta start now. 7 minutes. Let's just kick it off with one thing I do want to talk about. The Menendez brothers. Ken brought it up to me like yesterday, or 2 days ago, rather. Yeah, it was. Yeah, on Tuesday we were talking about Menendez brothers, and Ken was asking me, "Hey, what do you think of this?" I mean, this was just like I didn't really have much information about it, if I had anything at all. All I knew was okay. There was cases I heard of, like children killing parents. Yeah. It's not really news to me, but I just didn't know about the Menendez brothers enough. They explained a little, and understanding it as far as surface level goes, I can only say I can understand killing the father if true, but I don't really understand killing the mother. Now, reason why I want to talk about this is one, it's just one of the cases where you might be able to explore this, right? So what I look into is, well, it just went down. So I got the basics. I met his brother in like around the 1900s. Yeah, I didn't memorize the exact years, but there was a chronological order explaining the process. They were being abused as children. They felt the need to get revenge and they were unsafe, so they took their father's life along with their mother. And then afterwards, they went on a spending spree. So like after the father's death, they were spending a lot of money, a hell of a lot of money, right? So like they were buying shit, getting all over the things, and up until their court date. Now that was going on. So I guess that's why the prosecutors were just arguing that they did it for financial gain. But yeah, I mean, I guess so. You can make the argument, but that's just not understanding the whole full story. So then the mother didn't deserve it. So my understanding of mother, because that's one thing I think that wasn't expanded on to me, like on Ken's show. It was expanded on the father and the two brothers, Eric and Lyle, and Jose. Jose, I think believe that was the name. It's Jose, but I'm gonna say it's Joseph. Joe's. I'm gonna say it's Jose. Anyway, he he was killed. He was apparently a musician, a talented and a successful one, wealthy, as as it seems, and as it was explained, it is that he was pretty popular. He even had a wife named Kitty, the mother of the two Menendez brothers that were killed, right? Also shot and killed. So allegations of sexual abuse were there. Now, it's not clarified whether they reported it from before, right? Right. It's not really emphasized because it's not explained. So we don't know if they actually reported it from before. So we only know of it because of the shooting. Could they have? Who knows? But there wasn't a report up until the wealth of spending of money, right? So knowing this, here's what I know about the mother though. She was considered gorgeous wife, a loving wife and a mother, a mm, yeah, something like around those lines. I don't know exact term, but it was certainly being called a generous, a stunning wife, a loving mother of two children, and loyal, loyal, loyal. That's it. There's one thing that caught my attention was she was a substance abuser, alcohol. She apparently attempted suicide a few times, and knowing all this stuff, it makes you wonder. She may have known about the abuse to her children, and may have gone through it herself, or she, who knows? She couldn't live with the guilt of her husband being that way and shit like that. So, kind of understanding the story so far, it seems to me that I can understand killing the father still. Mother, eh, I still don't because she seems to still be innocent on all this. Though her negligence isn't really warranted, we still don't know why she wasn't reporting it either because the suicide attempts and substance abuses and the dealings with supposed abuse at home, reportedly by other people, they don't know why, could have suggested something around those lines, but we can only make interpretations and evaluations, maybe some skepticism, maybe speculate, but from that point on, she can't defend herself, and we can only know so much about what happened. So we know she was a suicidal person, and a druggie, and an alcoholic, a wife, a mother of a household that was abusive, allegedly. That can never be proven because now they're dead. Eh, uh, and funny enough, this kind of caught me off guard too. As it turns out, these same boys that were also in prison apparently got married to different women. I know Bonnie. I don't know about the other, but they were both married. They apparently got married when they were in prison. They were on a death penalty, and then they were on 1996. They got they don't have no longer have the death penalty, but they still got life imprisoned. So basically, 30 years is up from before, and now they Oz freeze. Or maybe they will be freeze. They actually hugged each other, had a reunion at one point, and then they like it was described as a long minute hug without saying anything. They apparently also were also best friends, but they were in different prisons communicating still. Hmm. Long lost brothers. Nice story. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? No. Best take. Did the father didn't deserve it? I can understand it. I just can't understand the mother. Like you would have to make several connotations that she knew about it and actually enabled it, which is something the brothers and their defendants argued as that yeah, the mother was aware of it and actually enabled it. She was an enabler of the husband, which I can't really believe. Considering what I read about her, she was a substance abuser, suicidal addict, and she had, but also described as a loving, carefree, happy wife. Yeah, I think people can't fake shit. So I can already read from the first sentence like she was like this loving, great wife and loving mother and greatness. It made me go, yeah. Especially afterwards when you read she was a suicidal addict and all this stuff with mental problems. Yeah, she wore a mask to hide the fact she was going through a lot. so I can't really agree with her being an enabler. Why didn't she report it? Well, who knows? But a lot of women go through abuse without reporting to the police because of their fear for to their boyfriends. So yeah, it's there's that. Nah, covered that part. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hmm. Well, there we go. There we go. All right, I covered that just a bit enough, and there is not much else to cover. I mean, I could do a premiere, but I'm saving that for later. Speaking of the premiere, the Science Act, Chip Act, I'm going to talk about too because I can't really include that in the premiere. It's a separate thing. It's one thing I do want to talk about though, so let me just get into it. Chip and Science Act. Joe Biden made a deal with Taiwan. Made a deal with Taiwan in the help con. Mm, to summarize, in Arizona, we are building a manufacturing company in Phoenix. Whereas Biden 2 years ago, and I'm saying this right now, made a deal with Taiwan to made a deal with Taiwan. Now people I've talked to, even at my work and outside of work, talk about how it's more of a power play for against China and kind of like to keep from them invading, something like that. There's multitude of things and shit, but there is some pros to it. I mean, as far as investing in another foreign company goes, there is some pros to it. Like people that well, to attempt to get a job there will probably get $10,000 from Phoenix to get some education and college funds to study about it or some shit like that. This is just this is just surface level understanding when it comes to that. But there could be good things about it where you get at least education to know how the chips work. These are things like logic chips, memory chips, and thing like that. Like chips that help your cell phones, cars, TVs, computers, all that good stuff. The brains of your electronics. Right, so basically they're gonna help make these sorts of chips in the factories. Right. Yeah, and people are going to be given the opportunity to study for it, get the job, and yeah, it's a very big um, manufacturing is so far, all things considered, and they're still building it. So people could still apply, but the values of houses also goes up. So depending who you are, that's either a good thing or a bad thing. If you're trying to move out, well, that's a good thing. If it's you're trying to stay, well, good luck. Hmm. Anyway, I think that's a good thing. Now, here's the bad thing about it. And I've liked talking about this. Joe Biden's investing into a foreign company that is installing and helping manufacture chips. But we already have something like that in the United States that you can invest in. Something like Texas Instruments, TI. They also make manufacturing chips in the United States. There's plenty more. So like, but it's not a foreign company, and you can invest in that too. I don't know why Joe Biden specifically decided to invest something else, even though the chips and data that we install in some cellular phones around the world, in the United States at least, are partnered with the TI, right? So you're going to invest something like that. My thoughts is why would you invest in something foreign? It basically is that I'm just saying, like most of the American products nowadays aren't even American anymore. It's foreign. It's like shit. It's foreign. We spend more on foreign shit than actual US shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Man. Other than that, job opportunities. That's a good sign. Just difference is, are people able to get the jobs? There's a difference between creating jobs and putting people to work. Now that's out of the way. Let's talk about Massachusetts or Oklahoma. I saw somebody make a post about like Massachusetts being a blue voter, and Oklahoma being a red voter, right? They try to say Massachusetts is way better schools and healthcare and all that stuff, but okay, but Massachusetts is extremely expensive compared to Oklahoma. 630 $630,300 of mortgages. Yeah, that is a lot of money compared to Oklahoma. Well, by the way, 630,300 is like all year versus Oklahoma 240,000. That is way cheaper. The cost of living in Oklahoma way less than Massachusetts. You can afford stuff. It's easier to live. And by the way, they have a tax bracket. They actually live off of what libs want, taxing the rich. They have tax brackets. The more they make, the more they take. They basically tax rich people higher in Oklahoma. Massachusetts has a flat tax, meaning that everybody that makes money will still be taxed the same percentage. As in Oklahoma, well, the more you make, the more you're taxed. So, which one do you think actually lives off of taxing the rich and taxing the rich? Oh, right, Oklahoma. Funny, huh? Also, lowest cost of eggs, lowest cost of oil, lowest cost of gas. Basically one of the best places to live in the world, in the United States at best. Also, sixth place in oil industries, like basically basic goods. I think Oklahoma beats out Massachusetts, especially like with the cheap and low price and low demand. It's basically no inflation compared to Massachusetts. Ah, so beat that, Massachusetts. Oh, by the way, check Canada for bad schooling, dummies. Other than that, there's that. I just wanted to get out of the way to talk about a few things, and I know this is going to be boring for some people, but I'll hang out for a bit more because I think I talked about quite a few things. Though there is the pro wrestling, but to be quite frank, there's nothing eventful going on. So I'll talk about it for a little bit. What's a good thing to talk about? Oh, CM Punk. He's overrated. There we go. He spends more time in NXT hitting on young women that are like half his age than actually, trying to main event WrestleMania. Seems rather odd. Also fired from two companies. He claims he quit. You know that. But that's all. Anyway, how is everybody doing? All my one viewers. Hopefully you're doing excellent. Congratulations to 300 episodes Falmouth Network. And I can't wait. Funny enough, you guys, like, maybe one of you know these people, but I sent a email to TWRP a while back. I was like, and by the way, hopefully they're doing well. I can't wait for them to go live. They are entertaining individuals. Check them out. Anyway, they haven't gone live for a bit. They took a break and spent their Thanksgiving with their families, I bet. Hopefully they're doing absolutely epic. It's good to know. But I sent them a email a while back, and it was like a funny little story. So, like, I was thinking maybe they'll laugh at this because I wanted to just share it to them. Because, like, one, I was writing something funny, right? And two, it was just like, oh, like maybe it's something they would like, and it's up my alley and up their alley too. Plus, cool guys, funny, they would get it. And C, like 3 weeks later, I didn't expect it from him, though it's appreciated, but it's not like I'm gonna make it anything worthwhile. To be quite frank, it's something Hollywood wish they could wrote like something like that if they could. But let's be real, it's not like anything. It's not like it'd be mainstream anytime soon. Even if I finish the first chapter of it, but he does. NC does send me something like this: the pros and cons, criticism, and what he likes. So, like, one, was it necessary? No, it wasn't needed. But it was interesting because, like, one, it suggests like it suggested like it was something that was in potential for. It's not like it's gonna be big, though. Criticism is freaking awesome because, like, one, it tells me, well, he's saying that there's a lot of potential in it, but let's kind of be real. Again, it's not gonna be any big. Even if I did complete writing it and decided to do a premiere just reading off of it and what's going on with it, it's not gonna be all that good. Even if it was the best thing ever, and people are not gonna see it. But I do like writing it. By the way, though, it was nice to see the email from NC. Meh, meh. I was more, I was more hoping for like the reaction of bullshit. This is freaking hilarious. But he told me more so, like, gave more in depth what he thought about it, like the pros, what he thought, and what are the cons about it. He took a lot of interest in it. Then it tells me that from what I read from his own message, it tells me he took a lot of interest in it. And but my opinion about it, my own story is like, it's not going to be actually anything important. It was just a fun little story I decided to write with a bunch of stupid shit happening. So I didn't really think much of it outside of the fact that this will be funny. I'm going to segue this to this. I'm going to segue that to that. And I'm going to just write a bunch of random shit that's just happening. Maybe, hell, I even included like 2 transvestites kidnapping a dude who was skipping down the sidewalk humming, and then just freaking drived off into it. You know? That was just purely just to say, haha. I didn't think much of it. I don't, like, maybe I give him powers. Who knows? It was just stuff I decided to put together. Anyway, I think this is it. I spent 5 minutes of dead air because I spent time talking with somebody outside the stream, but I got a song to play for you. Here it is. Yeah, this one.
Communists are so confused. Marxism, Leninism, Stalinism, wait, left communism. What am I? I feel like
I love this song, by the way.
Support transition. Lost in the sea of ideology, searching for my position. Struggling to find my identity. In a world that's black and white, I'm just trying to find my light. Caught in the shadows of a broken system, I'm a lost soul seeking liberation. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm stuck in a political limbo, left wondering where to go. Navigating through the darkness, hoping for a glimpse of brightness. Confusion clouds my mind. In a world that's black and white, I'm just trying to find my that's black and
After.
white. I'm just trying to find my light.
Fine.
Caught in the shadows of a broken system. I'm a lost soul seeking liberation.
I don't even remember my
Oh,
own lyrics.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's black and white. I'm just trying to find my light. Caught in the shadows of a broken system. I'm a lost soul seeking liberation. Oh,
Don't
yeah.
play this game much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're gonna be
Oh,
real.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, here's another good song. Illusion.
The only good commie is the dead commie. No, I won't kill you, but communism is the enemy. Starving families, destroying homes. You Marxists dark delusional, lost in your own dome. Blood on your hands, red on your flag. Spreading lies, hiding the truth, wearing a false flag. Communism breeds hatred, division, and pain. No respect for human life, it's all in vain. You can't ignore the destruction it leaves behind. A broken society, fractured and blind. Oh. Betraying your people, selling false hope. Your promises empty, tied with a tightrope. You crush freedom, suffocate dreams. In the name of equality, nothing is what it seems. Wake up, see the truth of the lies. Communism is a wolf in disguise. Communism breeds hatred, division, and pain. No respect for human life, it's all in vain. You can't ignore the destruction it leaves behind. A broken society, fractured and blind. Oh. Wake up, see the truth of the lies. Communism is a wolf in disguise. Communism breeds hatred, division, and pain. No respect for human life, it's all in vain. You can't ignore the destruction it leaves behind. A broken society, fractured and blind. Communism breeds hatred, division, and pain. No respect for human life, it's all in vain. You can't ignore the destruction it leaves behind. A broken society, fractured and blind.
That was Delusional Reds by yours truly, Darth Bowlesy. I got one more song, because not that I'm going to be engaging with anybody anytime soon, but I'm sure people are going to be tuning in after their Thanksgiving love feast. But one more for you. You're going to love it. Enjoy, then we end it. By the way, but Joe Biden made this a while back.
Biden's in power, a puppet on a string, caught in a web of deceit, fake puppet king. Whispers in the shadows where lies take flight, trapped in a cycle of wrong versus right. I know, I'm sick, everybody. Half that Trump's Donald's assassination that will get these fools back on my plantations. Oh no, old age strikes again. The great, we need a new puppet, Joe's dead. Cornelia up, go. Ray Biden died again, another puppet falls. SMH in the darkness as the world calls. Clones on the horizon, a sinister thrill. Another leader lost, another pill to swallow. Whispers in the corridors, power corrupts the air. Biden's dead again, but who really cares? Biden's legacy, a puppet to shadows unknown. But we can make a new Biden, a new leader clone. A puppet still we seek, another face to wear. Great Biden died again, another puppet falls. SMH in the darkness as the world calls. Clones on the horizon, a sinister thrill. A fake leader lost, who resonate in the darkness as the world calls. Close on the horizon, a sinister thrill. Another leader lost, another buy-in we made. That's their will. Break right in, die again. Another puppet falls. Break right in, die again. Another puppet falls. The world calls. Who's on the horizon? Sinister thrill. A fake leader lost. Who's next on the grill? Great Byron died again.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully, you had a nice time listening to this shorter stream than usual. Well, then not usual. The other one was longer than expected because of engaging. Anyway, I'm gonna stay. Thanks for tuning in.